God, I hate fucking recording stuff. It's so much easier to do it live. Let's go.
I know. That's how we can open it. Hello and welcome to the Lyle Show. My mic may be peaking. The name is subject to change. The production is slightly scuffed for this inaugural episode, but I am so thrilled to be here with one of my, I wouldn't say closest friends.
Closest co-workers.
Are we?
I mean, we're friends. We're kind of friends, you know. I shoot you a couple of memes on WhatsApp here and there.
I didn't get invited to the wedding, though.
I will invite you to my wedding. I still don't know that I am engaged for quite some time now. Yeah.
Oh, man, I thought the potion would have worn off by now, but congratulations, my man. Never met her, either. 7 years, 8 years you've been dating, never introduced her to any of your closest colleagues, but we're going to just move on.
She exists.
Thank you. Welcome to the Lyle Show. It's all brought to you by Dexsport, our patrons who are helping us provide this wonderful Dota content for you guys at home. But we're going to just dive in. Show format, pretty simple. We're going to try and run through all the storylines, the DPC, memes. And if you guys at home ever want to get involved, feel free to share. You can tweet at us. We're going to have a Discord community coming soon. Put my little brother in charge of that, so he's going to take care of you guys. But we're going to just hop right into it. Starting off, of course, with my favorite region, North America Division 1. I think
very excited. Babe, like, this is the best region period for last 7, 8 years, maybe even more. Maybe even since Dota 1 days. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it really changed when the Han people started coming in. Legends of the scene like Kyle, like PPD coming in, starting to make their teams and really make waves. And we're going to talk about one of those upstart teams, ARKOSH, getting 2-0'd by EG, but breaking them in the process. We're going to check out one of the key plays here by their mid player, Forsaken Oracle.
Let me comment on that. Like, we can see Forsaken Oracle coming in high on CS, 0-0 at this point, goes in, uses the static link, which is pretty impressive at this point, deals 9 damage and loses 600 pretty much HP at the time. What happened there, Kyle?
As a content creator for ARKOSH, I can just tell you that it was a miscalculation. I think that he came in hot thinking EG were washed up. Turns out they kind of were, because he ended up winning the lane against Abed even with that full health pot penalty. But I think that this all contributed, this mental damage into that following series where we saw Black and Yellow actually 2-1 and take down EG. Now, I think you were watching or commenting on that game. What was your vibe?
I was on the panel. It was first game. They beat them. It was Phantom Assassin with the Battle Fury, even though she had Magnus. Was a bit skeptical about it. But it wasn't a fluke. Maybe, you take in one game if it's a best of one. But EG, they should not allow this to happen. And we always say every series, every game in DPC matters. And this could potentially cost EG to not go to the major, especially if they play, let's say, against Team Undying or Quincy, and they lose that one. So they definitely need to beat these two big teams in NA. Black and Yellow caused major upset. I think it's not even a stack anymore. Like, you go to this point where you get the big victory. Even if you don't achieve anything in the next 5 years, for these players, they can say, we beat EG in DPC.
Now, Lacoste, a quick aside, did not plan this, so you wouldn't have had time to prepare. And I don't want you to cheat. Promise you won't cheat.
I won't cheat, I swear.
Name the 5 players on Black and Yellow. Now, do keep in mind, you are hired to work and follow the North American region. Who are those 5 players?
Those were Shaggy, or High Shaggy, position 1 Rises, who's very good at CSing. Then we have Dunai, position 4, 0 on the offlane, and Jubei, their position 5.
It looks like you were cheating.
That is incorrect. I was just getting some notes from Liquipedia. It's not cheating. Information's out there, Kyle, and I got everything correct.
I do think it's funny how in school they're telling you, you'll never, you have to learn it. You'll never be able to just look things up on Wikipedia. And now you don't actually have to think about answers to questions. Just Google it. But hey, it's the future, baby. Well, yeah, big surprise. That's the main point. Black and yellow. We won't talk about them for too long, just like you guys didn't interview them for too long, but I think that was the right decision anyway. Jubei, my man, media training. Swearing, pretend you're at your grandmother's house. You can have some fun, but don't tell everybody to go fuck themselves. It's a little too much, man. Moving on. What was the next thing?
JERAX moving to NA, coming out of the retirement. Swapping from, he was the best position 4 player ever, pretty much, period. I don't think anyone even came close to him, what he was doing. Suddenly we see JERAX playing position 5. We were a bit skeptical, had an interview with Crit. They were thinking about swapping things around, but it's just going to be JERAX playing that position 5. First showing, Bane 5, 2 games in a row, looked pretty good. His positioning still top tier. I feel, maybe there's a bit of a wasted potential there, considering how good he is on 4, and there's a big difference with 5 and 4. So, yet have to see. They brought in some Russian offlaners. That's something that EG likes to do. But for JERAX, these are like... you can never say, like, whatever he does, you can never say anything to this guy because he was the best, and then he retired, unretired. What are your thoughts, Kyle?
I mean, I'm surprised you have this opinion. It was a little different off camera, Lacoste, but like you were saying before, I think it reeks of desperation. I think EG, after a pretty abysmal showing at TI, is just picking the biggest brand name they can find. Roles be damned. This is kind of what they've shown to do, right? Take VP's carry, put him off lane. We'll put Sumail off lane. We'll try to make that work.
And everything off lane, yeah. Just
why not? Like, just run everybody off lane. It could work. This all traces back. I remember a conversation I had with Fear, Drunk, Montreal, discussing the EG philosophy of team acquisition, of roster building, which is just find the best players and make it work. If you have the best players, you're going to have the most talent, you're going to be able to make waves. And I think you still see that in their philosophy today. To your point, JERAX, arguably greatest player of all time.
Pretty much. And this might be like the most expensive EG team that they ever had, considering JERAX joined in. I'm not sure about the salaries, but the man earned his money. No matter how much you pay him, I feel like he's underpaid to what he brings to the team.
It's true. And which is, you got to figure that that's got to be the most expensive Bane in Dota right now.
Yeah.
You can find a lot of people that can pick and play Bane, but
he also played Enchantress. That's why I said, this guy can do so many things so well that seeing him play Bane, that everyone does. This hero is just top tier right now, and gotta get there for sure. Can't wait for the day. So that's also a good thing because JERAX will be playing, I'd say, something more flashy than Bane.
We all hope. I think there's millions of people across America all hoping to see something a little different. And apologies as well to the viewers at home. Microphone quality will increase in the future, but none of y'all are watching this first episode anyway. Now, next topic. I think this is quite important. Team ARKOSH, KINGMAKERS, LACOSTE, Consider, Shaggy, mid player for Team ARKOSH, kicked a mere 3 days before the roster is locked. 2 weeks later, he's beating EG. Owie also kicked from Team ARKOSH, now coaching Tundra, the undisputed #1 team in Europe. We'll get to them later. Thoughts?
Not anymore. They lost the team secret yesterday as we're recording this live. But ARKOSH, they seem to kick players, and that's a big thing for their career. Like, once you get kicked from ARKOSH, I'm wondering what would happen if I join ARKOSH, or if you get kicked out of ARKOSH, would you get a better job? You would probably not need to work at this podcast if you get kicked, probably.
That's true. How can you call it work when you love what you do, though, Lacoste? I do hope one day to join the crew, although I think that there's a Pale Horse might be first up on the chopping block if you've seen some of his movements. We'll get to him in a moment, actually, funny enough, because our next item is my man PONLO, who recently tweeted something to the accord of, if you're not top 200 as a professional core player, you're garbage. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he meant. And
I can read it for you. If you're ranked 200 as a core, you're pretty bad, and you should be more critical of yourself. Thank you.
I like that.
With the thank you in the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it much better. 300 likes, 76 comments. as we speak about it. So might still get a couple of retweets. We never know. I personally think that's a shitty take because we have some players, some core players who are, not in top 200. For example, BSJ, also known as Pale Horse, ranked.
Whoa! We're getting ahead of ourselves. The first.
The first one.
We actually didn't find too many. Okay. I put the team of researchers onto this, Lacoste.
Yeah. So like the 5 people that we hired for this couldn't find pretty much anyone in Europe nor North America that are in top 200 and
Division
core.
1
and Division 1. Yeah.
Indeed. Boxy 213. Perhaps part of the reason he got demoted, they checked out Twitter and said, "You know what, Zai, I think you wanted to play 4, but you're gonna have to stick to 3 because you've got the."
Sorry, you lost 2 2 pub games. Suddenly, you're not in top 200 anymore, and that means you're out of the team. You're getting like demoted. You're playing that position 4 right now.
Yeah, but I've seen Fogged win a ton of games on Marana as well, so it's one of those pretty chill heroes just kind of run around with, farm a creep, what have you. And I think you had also you called him a core. Where was Yapsor?
Yapsor was, oh god, I forgot. I believe it was 500. Let me just check real quick.
Let's be prepared. Yeah, where's the preparation?
Preparation's right here, 501. Even though he's not a core player, he steals so many kills that he kind of becomes a core. So is Yapsor a bad player? I don't think so. So this tweet doesn't make much sense to me.
It does if you get to the final name. I wanted to save him for last because we do have our boy, the single hope of North America, NEL Division 1 champion, of course, Sumel, the one to win it the month after, BSJ Brian Canavan at 314. And if you've seen his Dawnbreaker, you might understand why. And I think this is something that well, again, he's just a content creator for ARKOSH, but I do hope he sharpens up, especially as he is the one giving lessons to many of our community members.
I would just want to hear your thoughts because you were in that game. What happened once you saw Ricky getting Hand of Midas? Like, how was your reaction? Considering you're a captain, right? You're the in-game leader for ARKOSH Gaming.
No, I'm a mentor for Forsaken Oracle, who's the actual captain. I think that a lot of character players, they have this tendency to view the game as them, and it's a me first mentality, and you get a little selfish. When I saw the Midas, I was of course watching the stream. I knew the game was over. It was just a matter of time. But
I saw all of your game, guys. Wait a second.
Let's move on. No, we don't need to talk about this.
I still have one more thought to say. Brian, aka Pale Horse, plays much better.
Pale Horse.
Oh, Pale Horse. He plays much better if Gremlo leaves the lane. Yesterday on a Dawnbreaker, manages to get a solo kill when Gremlo is just doing whatever the hell he's doing on the map. So I think what you need guys to do, I think that's a winning situation for you. Run an aggressive tri lane and leave BSJ alone because this is where he shines.
Yeah, one of my favorite Reddit comments about Pale Horse was actually that the way this guy plays brings death to his Dota team. So I understand why he named himself after one of the 4 horsemen. Shout out to you. Great comment. Thank you very much. We need to get more of these. These guys, these Redditors, they're very broad, very wise. We were spending way too long on North America. We should run through this quick. We got a clip real fast of our favorite sometimes streamer Arteezy. You want to break this one down?
It's pretty simple. It's a 17% bash chance on a Spirit Breaker, which is actually not a 17% chance bash, which we can see in the clip. It's 3 times in a row. I think at the end of the day, it's a 50% chance. Either you bash him or you don't.
That is true.
And he did. So I did some math. I was not doing the math. I messaged some people who can do math, and apparently the chance to do this is 0.1 something.
What?
Yeah, it's for chances of scoring 3 bashes in a row, considering it's pseudo-random distribution, they're pretty low.
You telling me you got somebody to do the math and it just came to, it's a 0.01?
I can read it for you if you want.
No, it's not necessary. We're moving on. I don't think that you did that right. It's a low
I
chance.
did,
though,
I swear.
ladies
I'm
and
not
gentlemen.
lying this time.
Sure. All right. Wrapping things up. Well, we'll check out the standings real fast. And I think that there's a big surprise, obviously, when you consider who's sitting on top and then how that middle of the pack is looking. I think, personally, that the new Kings of North America are the ones you see on top right there. Team Undying, sticking together. My boy Moon Meander, Dubu, these guys are hungry. They're fierce. They've been fighting for years. And I think that this 2021-2022 season is going to be the one where they reign supreme.
Yeah, past 2 seasons, they didn't manage to qualify to any of the majors. I think this year they have a really good spot, considering that EG, they lost the black and yellow. So what Team Undying needs to do is prep for like Quincy Series and EG. If they beat one of those, I'd say they're pretty secure to go to the major.
We'll see. We'll see. I think that we might see some surprises. North America definitely more...
Much more competitive. That's definitely true. Like you can see some of the teams getting better. Wildcard Gaming, they got picked up by an org, still not boot camping or anything, but if they qualify to the major, this is what Sammy Boy said in an interview.
Yeah.
So region's getting better, except for the bottom part of the table where there's this ARKOSH Gaming. What's the plan? What's the plan for you guys? That's what I.
We don't need to spend too much time on it. I will say that I do hope their performance improves because it's one thing to be a meme team and it's another to just get embarrassed
You're
7
really
times.
memeing it up with 0 and 6.
Yeah, I imagine just a single win in a series would be cause for celebration. But I will shout out, North America's always got a bad rap. It wasn't necessarily a worse region, I would say. It just never had depth, and a big part of that was a lack of support, right? Because you just can't be a professional Dota player when there's 2 slots at most per tournament. If you're that 4th best team, you're not making a dime. So it's nice to see the DPC kind of instilling some life. Maybe we'll get some sponsors going. Maybe we'll see some teams take the crown from EG. They've had it for so damn long. So really a fun region to watch, and I'm looking forward to seeing the season continue. Next, the real region. Hello, America, or the world, or wherever you're from. This whole show is brought to you by Dexsport. Dexsport.io, do check them out. The first decentralized crypto betting platform. They're what's helping to make this all possible, and we do hope you enjoy the show. Moving on now to what some would say is the real region that Lacoste is covering. We're pulling up the standings, of course, of Europe Division 1. Team Liquid alone atop the standings at a flawless 3-0. 4 teams below them with just 1 loss. And then the unfortunate trio 0-2-0-4, a combined 12 maps lost with no wins. My favorite segment of all. Lacoste, talk about these losers, all right? Do any of them have hope? Because only 2 are going to go down to Division 2, which is a death knell completely. You don't get any DPC points down to Division 2. So which of these losers is moving on?
It's hard to say. Cool Guys, I would definitely pick them because they have been in the lower division, not really impressed by what they've been doing. They need some extra time. Enigma Galaxy, they've been missing Miracle. They lost against Team Tickles. I don't think people expected that, but Team Tickles, they're doing very good. Alliance, still I yet have to see what they've been up to. I think the next up-and-coming match, Alliance against Cool Guys, is going to determine who's going to go to
We don't care about that. We don't care about that one because this is the main point. Miracle's back.
Miracle is back
match.
for the next match. That is correct. And they're going to be playing against OG, the new young squad from OG. And this is going to be the real test. This is probably going to be the most hyped match in the DPC before the break.
Definitely.
Yeah, so, you open up the Reddit thread, there's going to be over 2,000 comments just from this match.
And
especially
that's what makes
if it goes
it important.
to Game 3.
It's not important because it's a rematch of the lower bracket finals from the previous TI-10 qualifier. The actual grand finals of TI-9, obviously a slightly different team, but still 2 storied organizations. You're telling me it's the Reddit thread that's going to give this match hype?
Yeah, because they have the biggest fan base, and Miracle is back. So, there's always excuse when Enigma Galaxy loses. Now with Miracle, we want to see him back in action.
I have been getting, actually, funny enough, a ton of DMs asking for help. It's like, help Kuro, help them, help Nigma in any way you possibly can. So I'll just say it for all you fans.
I hope you're ignoring it. Yeah.
No. I think OG is going to dumpster them. I think that OG is going to absolutely destroy Team Nigma. They're going to go to 0-6. That's going to be that. It's a wrap. and that's just how I truly feel about it.
I think this is going to be a 3-game series. Nigma takes the first one, surprising kind of a result, and then OG gets the comeback. They beat them 2-1. I think this is what's going to happen.
Okay, sure, that could work too, I guess. Who is the top dog, though? Now, we did see the next upcoming, the one that I actually think is probably the biggest match before the break is Liquid versus Tundra on the 15th. Now, Liquid, of course, 3-0. Tundra, a grueling series against Secret that they dropped 2-1, but still a decent shot at placing first. And, we can talk about the DPC format and how that first seed in Europe, it's just so hard.
It's too long. We don't have enough time to talk about the DPC format, the prize distribution,
oh my God.
the point distribution.
But that seed to playoffs directly, man, in Europe is just so tough. And you can't lose another match if you're Tundra, and Liquid, you're trying to hold on to it with everything you got.
Yeah, pretty much. If Team Liquid beats them, I'm not going to say they're guaranteed to go to the major, but it's looking like that. And you said it's a hype matchup because Tundra looked extremely strong. I think this team has what it takes to possibly go to the major and even I'm going to call it win a major because the squad is just crisp. Even though they lost against Team Secret yesterday, it was a top tier performance.
Yep. Totally agree. I completely, definitely watched that matchup in full. Big shout out as well to our man Agent TAIGA. Been talking to Insania a lot, and he is just over the moon. Tickled pink. Is that a thing? Why am I thinking that? Is this something people said back in the day? Don't know. But he planted TAIGA. OG. They took him, got him a new contract, and here he is just throwing games to help his boys reclaim that number 1 spot. So shout out to my man TAIGA.
How much money would you be willing to do this for? You're a good friend. They send you inside the other team and do that. First of all, you're not playing with your friends, which Dota is about. And then if you get discovered, you're probably not going to play any DPC. You get banned. So it's a very risky move, but Agent TAIGA so far has not been discovered yet. This part You think so? Because he tweeted about it. There was a tweet, Agent TAIGA memes coming up. They learned a lot from the series, GG's, yada, yada.
They definitely learned a lot. I mean, you got one of those, they have cameras now they can put in your eye, so you can actually transmit your specific point of view to an auxiliary source. So they probably did learn a lot.
He did learn a lot, and you just made that up. I don't think that's real.
I'm pretty sure that exists. I'm pretty sure that exists by now. It's 2021, man. We're in the future. Have you seen these new androids they're cooking up? They're face muscles and stuff. It's wild. I'm telling you, 10 years, RoboCop will be real. Let's close it. All right. A lot of discussion about the big difference between online teams, Alliance, and then TI teams, like Team Secret, right? Who I see as a lock for second place, from 4th to 3rd to 2nd. This is their year, and they have my boy Sumail on mid. So let's leave Secret. We all know that by end times they're going to be good, right? Puppy gets to TI. He does. Who else?
About that? Who else gets to TI? Who else? I'd say Tundra, and I am gonna say Team Liquid. There's so many good names here. Team Tickle's very surprised by their performance. Maybe they will need a bit more experience in terms of drafting against the big boys, but so far looking good. I think when it comes to TI, we're definitely gonna see OG, Secret, Tundra, and Team Liquid.
You can't see all of them.
I can see all of them be there.
You really, man, 4 spots for one region is tough. The way the DPC functions, what you're betting on there is that the teams that go to the major from Europe
will do well.
It's the same. Because it's the same, the same wonderful format that fosters competitive growth within all of our diverse regions that requires a team. You're 3rd, you're 4th in Europe. You go to the major. You're top 2 out of 6 in the wild card. Then you're through the group stage. Then you're into the playoffs, and you got to be top 8 at the major entirely to win any points, any money whatsoever. So what you really need then is the best teams in Europe to not win the division, much like last year, and then they have to go through the wild card and actually perform. So you need the Europe team that's like 4th place to also be top 3 in the world. That's how you get Europe 4 slots at TI.
Well, maybe 3 then. Maybe 3 spots. I didn't do as much homework as you did. That's why, I outsourced my math. I need to message someone else to do the math for me because I'm pretty prepared.
That is true, but that's why we love you, Lacoste. And again, hope you guys are having fun at the Lyle Show. Name subject to change. And now for a dive into the dumpster, or rather the debutantes of the European division. We're going to check out the standings. Chicken Fighters undefeated. Our boys Brame also undefeated. Shout out to my man SSA Spartan. Do we have photos of him? Pull him up. Like, look at this man's face. Look at the passion.
Just big dick energy coming out from SSA Spartan.
It's got to be enormous. Like, did you know he used to be Special Forces?
I do. I actually do. He's not the guy you want to mess around with.
No, definitely not. Also, a hell of a fun. I remember Boston Major. Like, this dude was going ham at karaoke. One of my favorite people and personalities. Like, just exudes good vibes.
Energy.
So,
yeah.
Happy to see them succeed. And I mean, we could talk about these teams. Quick pop quiz. Lacoste, name 4 mid players in Division 2. Do not look at Wikipedia.
Xantic.
You're looking at Wikipedia. I see you reading. I see you reading.
I'll close my eyes, okay?
Okay.
We have Xantic. We have... Who do we have? We have... I gotta, check. Something's in my eye. We have...
Oh my god. Lacoste, we have just talked about the drama that we're about to get into.
Yeah, well, I'm coming there. We have BORANIJA. We have Excalibur. Oh. That's your 4.
Beautiful, thank you. And the other 4 we'll get to later, next episode. We had something go down, right? My man Excalibur in a pub up against the Chicken Fighters mid player BORANIJA. Do you want to break this one down for us, Lacoste?
There were some threats happening. I will.
Read them out. What is it?
I will smash your face if you ever see you. Not even written correctly. And why did that happen? He was mad. He was mad because he took the shard from Roshan, and. So Excalibur took the Roshan shard. Maybe the good thing for the pubs would be try not to kill Rosh.
He did, however, write an apology.
He did. Sometimes, Dota sometimes gets the worst out of us.
Indeed. We've all been there.
We've all been there. Anyone who says differently is lying. You'll probably always typed something, or you click enter, and then you start typing, and then you hit the backspace so many times. But you gotta be careful.
Indeed.
You gotta be careful what you say. It can affect others, and just be more loving community. Use that backspace more often than enter, I would say.
I do want to read it for everybody at home, though, just so we can quash this once and for all. How I reacted in game was bad, and my intention was never to hurt anyone. I'm really sorry for my behavior. Would also like to say sorry to the community and my teammates as well. This doesn't belong in game, and from now I will make sure it never happens again. Once again, I am sorry. And I want that to be the end of the drama, and we can just move on.
Yeah, that's why we mentioned it, because we want this to be the end of the drama. This is what happened. People are moving on.
However,
sometimes a wake-up call is needed. Maybe this is it.
However, we've got a match coming up. Wait, is this even on the schedule?
It's not on the schedule. It's after.
It's not on the schedule yet. So we're a little early for it, but we made this graphic, so we're just going to do it. Chicken Fighters versus Team Bold Reborn. We have a visual for how we encounter or expect this matchup to actually happen. John C. Forgiveness be damned. Apologies, bullshit. This is going to be a no-holds-barred throwdown between an X Division 2 team and a squad full of washed-up streamers and Gork. I can't wait. This will quite likely decide the future of not only this Dota Division 2 Europe division, but potentially the fate of our planet.
Pretty much, because this is a hype one. I expect some old chat, but in a good manners.
Very much.
Good luck. Have fun. GG in the end. WP. You've done well, and that's it. Good luck next, because this game might determine quite a lot, as you said. Not so much about the planet, but...
will Chicken Fighters go to Division 1? Will Team Bald Reborn be once again relegated back to the open qualifiers? We'll never know. We'll never know. Now for a mild meta report. Thirst. What's new, Lacoste? What's hot? And what is the pro scene thirsting for right now when it comes to actual heroes on our screens?
We're very thirst about Shadowfiend on the safe lane, and no points and raises. Everyone can play it. If you thought there is a hero that doesn't do anything, it's the Shadowfiend on the safe lane. You pretty much just right-click, you get the aura, you get the stats and necromastery, and this is how you play the hero. Mask of Madness. Somehow you still manage to end up as the most farm hero in the game, but you're very easily killable. I think the other one is Queen of Pain, Kaya Sanj build. Fuck Orchid, no one wants to build that.
It's
so
terrible.
You get status resistance, Kaya Sanj, one of the best items right now in the meta, going into BKB or Shard next 20 minutes in allows you to push out the waves with your Scream of Pain. You get the level 20 talent as well, so you one-shot it with the Blink, AoE Silence, all good.
True.
I think Spirit Breaker is the next one. Either you play it as the offlane, you see a bunch of...
It's everything, baby.
Yeah, it's everything. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
so much.
except one.
It could be one. Maybe that's something Pale Horse can play. Sorry, please continue.
So yeah, this hero just does everything, no matter what items you buy. It gotta feel good, have a global presence. You don't have to think about it. We saw Arteezy getting triple bash, which resulted, in a awkward situation for them, actually in them losing the game and losing the whole series. So if you want to improve your pub knowledge and your MMR, definitely just pick Spirit Breaker. We're also in the Razor, a refresher kind of a meta, just refresher meta overall, where everyone buys refresher orb. It's 5,000 gold exactly, so I don't even have to round out the number. 5,000 gold, you can easily make the item, and you can buy it on everyone. If you watch the DPC, there was a puck in the Team Secret against Tundra Esports matchup with with the refresher, Beastmaster, Void. I've seen people buying refresher as a second item. Something needs to be done about this.
Something does need to be done about this. I think we may have mixed memos here, Lacoste, because the next segment that we're going to close out with is the sprint. But you just went right through it, baby.
I like talking about Dota. Kyle, when I talk about something that I'm really passionate about, if I talk about you, then it kind of slows down. I'm really not passionate about it. But yeah, let's get to the sprint.
Okay, beautiful. My favorite part, my favorite segment. Do start the clock at 1 minute, 30 seconds, because we're going to get through these very important topics as quickly as we can. Ready, set, go. Dragon's Blood Arcane. Arcane, cinematic masterpiece. Incredible. 10 out of 10 stars. Dragon Blood, honestly...
9 out of 10 for me. I'd still, you see Dota heroes. I mean, I'm not a big fan of anime, but it was great. Dota as a game, 10. Let's go 11 out of 10.
Breaking Bad versus Malcolm in the Middle, all right? They're just not even on the same stratosphere. Whatever. Smurfs, your thoughts? Should they be banned?
Smurfs, really bad. Yeah, they should get the hell out of the games. We discussed this so many times, but try to do something. Hope with the next big update, we have Smurfs addressed. And keep sprinting, Kyle. My brain's
My man Misery,
working.
He's retired. Thank God. I played a game with his Luna today. Was not great, but he will actually be a talent at the upcoming Dota 2. Are you worried, Lacoste? Like, this guy, he's been around almost as long as you have.
My man Rasmus, he's smart. There's a lot of people in the scene trying to get in and steal our jobs, but we'll see how we do. Misery, great guy overall, will bring a lot of knowledge. Definitely
knowledge and not much hair, but a lot of knowledge. That's what's key. And then the final thing, saw this again rehashed. It is that time of year that all the Dota people get together to say, fuck Pendragon. You new guys might not know why, but he did close down the Dota All-Stars web start, loot all of the best hero ideas from the then defunct forum. Fuck Pendragon. Say it with me.
Pendragon,
fuck Pendragon. Fuck Pendragon, and that is time. It is the Christmas season, by the way, thank you for that little rendition, Lacoste. We do hope that you guys are enjoying yourselves. We hope you have a happy holidays, wherever that may be, whoever you are with. This is, of course, the special inaugural first episode that happens to be with Christmas. So, of course, it's a Christmas special, baby. Do you have your hat?
I don't have my hat, but I will get one once I get home from the DPC, and I will be ready for Christmas. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And
it's not over yet. We got to do shout-outs.
I'm going to do shout-outs?
Yeah, of course we're going to do shout-outs. What is in your background, though? You really haven't done much with the decor, huh?
Not yet. Not yet, because I'm not at home, Kyle. That's how things work. Not everyone like you has the opportunity to stay with their loved ones and do absolutely nothing. I still want to know how you're actually getting money and where it's coming from. Must be something shady, because I did not see you at the DPC, which means you're pretty loaded.
What? No. This is not the time to get into that, Lacoste. That'll be later episodes, okay? I wanted to give a shout out, a positive one, to Dota Pit for putting on a third-party tournament. We don't have many of those anymore, and we do love the list that you've got. I mean, Lacoste, they got pretty much everybody that we wanted to see from Europe, and Lord knows we need to watch them play some more matches.
Pretty much. This is OG, Spirit, Navi, Tundra, Enigma, Galaxy, Team Liquid, Team Secret, Alliance. This is like a mini major from EU. They got to the best teams, and it's going to be super hype. Thank you, Dota Pit, for that.
Yeah, much love. And what was the other shout out? Didn't we have one that was important?
This might be it. I think that's it.
All right, well, that's it then. I guess that's how we'll close it. This was the first episode of the Lyle Show. Name subject to change. We'll be doing all of the ancillary about getting you guys a place to corral yourselves as a community. We'd love your feedback. If you hated it, tell me. Well, tell Lacoste. If you loved it, do slide into my DMs. If there's any topics, drama, we'll talk about it all. You just got to hit us up. This will be something we're probably doing a couple times a month at most, because, Lacoste, look at him. He's working so hard he can barely sleep. Look at those eyes. Packing suitcases. Much love, though, to everybody. Final words, Lacoste? Man.
That was a great show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, what is that?
I don't know, dude. We're old. I'm almost 30, dude. Makeup is incredible. That's who deserves a shout out, because...
Oh yeah! Shout out to all the makeup people who makes us look pretty. Like, look at you right now, Kyle. Mm-hmm. What is that? Like, I can barely recognize you.
I know. I can barely recognize myself, my man. I'm a shell of who I once was.
Especially as a player. I'm kidding. Your stream was good.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Bye.
Yeah, much love, everybody. This was, of course, the Lyle Show, brought to you by Dexsport. That's who we were supposed to shout out. Shout out to Dexsport. For keeping my lights on, my man. And much love to everybody at home. We hope you enjoyed.
Bye-bye.